and blue. Just raise a laugh and soon you'll find you're losing that crown. A smile will spread all over the town. Don't give in, try and grin. Don't be like a passport photograph. Come on and meet Ted Ray, he'll chase your troubles away.
And raise a laugh.
Ted Ray.
Thank you, boys and girls. I went down to Ascot last week. I walked back. What a shocking day I had. I don't mind losing my money, but when a horse in the third race comes over and says, well, had enough, that's too much. Straight from the horse's mouth. You know, the bookmakers are doing very badly lately. I feel so sorry for the poor bookmaker. You know what a bookmaker is, don't you? A bookmaker is a pickpocket who lets you use your own fingers. Yes, I know. I saw one young apprentice on a horse I fancied. I said, well, do you stand any chance, son? He said, yeah, but I wish the horse didn't have a flat head. Poor kid, I didn't have the heart to tell him he was sitting the wrong way around. During the third race, I said to a fellow next to me, how's number 14 doing, old man? He looked through his glasses. He said, he's lying fourth, old boy. I said, good. Do you think he'll win? He said, I don't think so. The jockey's lying seventh. Anyway, that's enough about racing. I went down to Smithfield Market yesterday. There was a shocking commotion going on. There was a live bull running about. You know, it's nice to see the meat chasing the men, isn't it? By the way, isn't it marvelous about Sammy the Seal swimming the channel? All they did was throw herrings in front of him, and there he was. Ernie Bevan's going to try the Atlantic next week. They're going to throw dollar bills in front of him. When I was in America, I went to one of those Red Indian camps. You know, it's marvelous how they send messages by smoke signals. Really wonderful. There was one Red Indian rolling about, beating the ground with his fists and crying his eyes out. I said to the chief, what's he doing? Is it a war dance? He said, no. He's just found out that the girl he's been corresponding with for 7 years has turned out to be a volcano. The name was Etna. Anyway, fruit is getting a little bit scarce, you know. Fruit, don't you think fruit is getting scarce? Been very good to see, but I saw a barrow boy in Westminster yesterday. I said, got any good dates under your barrow? He said, dates? I said, yes. He said, nah, dates? He said, you better ask Gatley. He's going to smash it up his sleeve. Friend of mine, very, very old, went for a holiday to the Isle of Wight. While he was there, he collapsed and passed away, poor fellow, so they brought him home. I went round to his house, and his wife said to me, would you like to see him? I said, yes. She said, there he is. I said, poor old Charlie. But he looks well, doesn't he? She said, well, he ought to. He's just had a fortnight's holiday in Shanklin. So long, I'll see you in a minute.
How you gonna keep them down on the farm after they've seen Paris? How you gonna keep them from Piccadilly jazzing around and painting the town? How you gonna keep them away from harm? That's a mystery. They'll never want to see a rake or plow, and who the deuce can probably do a cow? How you gonna keep them down on the farm after they've seen Paris? Reuben, Reuben, I've been thinking, said his wifey dear. Now that all is peaceful and calm, the boys will soon be back on the farm. Mr. Reuben started winking and slowly rubbed his chin. He pulled his chair up close to Mother and he asked her with a grin, how you gonna keep them down on the farm after they've seen Paris? How you gonna keep them from Piccadilly jazzing around and painting the town? How you gonna keep them away from harm? That's a mystery. They'll never want to see a rake or plow, and who the deuce can parley-voo a cow? How you gonna
No, thank you, boys and bells. And next week the boys and girls will sing, I never pinch bulbs on the railway, and yet I'm badly treated. Thank you, sir. Did you ever go up in an aeroplane at night? Did you ever look down and see those millions of twinkling lights from the little houses below? Lovely little houses all over Britain. Ah, yes. But did you ever stop to think what's going on in those little houses? A Cold War. Give up, boys. Don't struggle. You haven't got a chance. This is what happened to me last night as I arrived home from the office. The silly idiot! The stupid fool!
Well, that's a nice way to talk to your wife.
Not you, darling, not you.
Oh.
I'm talking about Johnson from the office.
Oh, what did he do, dear?
Ah, it's my own fault, I suppose. He drove me home in his car, doing 45 in a built-up area.
Well, what happened?
We were gonged.
Gonged?
Yes, gonged. I'm talking about gongs. I must tell you this. Oh, that chump. That man, what an idiot. You know what he did? He stopped. He stopped to buy a present for his wife.
Oh, yes.
And what do you think he was going to buy?
What, darling?
A gong. A dinner gong. Pardon my cracked lip. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I'll soon talk him out of that.
Yes, but Ted, you know, I think that's a very nice idea. You know, all the smart people have dinner gongs.
All the smart people have dinners.
Well, myself, I think it's a wonderful idea, darling. Just imagine. You'd come home from the office, then you'd pop into the bathroom to wash your hands, and then I'd ring the gong to let you know dinner's ready.
Listen. If a dinner's cooked properly, I can smell it. I don't have to hear it.
Well, Ted, it would look awfully nice hanging in the hall.
Now, listen, Kitty, just let's get one thing figured out before we go any further. If ever you bought one of those things, I'd hang you in the hall. Now, where's my evening paper?
Well, here it is, dear.
Ah, that's it. What a day I've had. Oh, dear, am I glad to be home. Now, what's this? Joey Brown eats a banana sideways. He could do it, too, could Joe? Yeah.
Ted, what's wrong with a gong?
I don't like them.
Well, why not?
I don't like them.
Well, why not?
My mother was frightened by a boxer. Now, be quiet, dear, and let me read the paper. I've had a hard day.
Well, just think, darling. I'd bang the gong every time there was a big, juicy steak for you.
Who wants a gong you only ring 4 times a year? Let's have a look now. What's this? Oh, Princess Elizabeth horse one, eh? That's nice.
Ted, darling.
Oh, what is it?
Although you don't like gongs, you do love me, don't you?
Yes, dear.
And you know I wouldn't do anything to hurt you.
Yeah. You're the most wonderful person in the world, darling. The most beautiful, the most sensible, the most efficient and pleasant wife a man could ever wish to have. Now, will you shut up and let me read the paper?
How dare you speak to me like that, you beast? I can't bear to be in the same room with you.
Women. What have I done now? I just want to read my paper and she goes up in the air. What's that? Who did that? Kitty, what was that noise? Who did it?
It was me, beating my gong.
Beating your gong?
Yes. You see, I bought one. Here it is, and I'll do it again.
I'm ready. I've got my plate. Get out. That's all I needed.
Oh, but I've come to answer the gong.
Well, beat it.
I'm sorry, Nelson, dear. Dinner isn't ready yet.
Well, it's not fair. Building up my hopes. Look, I'm dribbling.
Well, go and sign on for Chelsea.
What do you say?
I said go and sign on for Chelsea.
Why, you mean lot. That's what you are.
Now, you see what you've done? We'll never have a moment's peace with him. Oh, well, so you've done it, eh? You bought one.
Yes.
How much?
Well, it's mounted in oak.
How much?
And it gives a beautiful note, dear.
How many beautiful notes did you give?
£4.19 6.
£4.19 6. Give me strength.
Oh, are you angry, Ted?
No, darling, no. I'm just furious. What a waste of money.
Oh, but Ted, darling,
you've been going to the pictures too much. Who strips to the waist to beat it, Nelson or me?
Oh. thought you'd like it. I thought you wouldn't mind.
Well, I don't, and I do.
You want me to return it? You don't approve?
Yeah, I do, and I don't. But get one thing straight, Kitty. I'm not going to pay for it.
Oh, but just look at it, Ted. It's beautiful. It was made by a brass finisher.
A brass finisher?
Mhm.
I married one.
Yes.
£4.19 and... I have to work like 2 men for that.
Yes, dear.
In fact, I work like 4 men.
I know you do, dear.
Yeah. You know what I am?
No, Ted.
I'm the radio revelers.
Oh.
4 men, 1 gong. Well, I'll tell you one thing, Kitty. You're not going to get me to pay for it.
But it's only once in a lifetime.
I don't care. I'm adamant.
You're what?
Adamant. I don't know what it means, but that's what I am.
But, darling, I tried to tell you. I just couldn't get down to
You
it.
should be down to it now, on your knees, begging for mercy.
But I don't want mercy.
Then get on your knees and beg for something else.
Well, Ted, it's a bargain.
A bargain. A bargain, she says. £4.19 and 6, a bargain. For another 10 bob, we could have got the Dagenham Girl Pipers. With flutes.
I'm sorry, Ted.
I know what's done this. I know the cause of all this. Rebop. That's it. The modern music. £4.19 and 6 to let us know we're having our dinner. I'll clear the attic out and have bells fitted.
Bells?
Yes, then we'll hire a team of bell ringers and let the neighbors know we're having our dinner.
Ted, there's one thing I'd like to ask you.
Yeah, I know. For me to pay the bill when it comes. Well, listen. You bought it, they sent it, we've got it, and you've had it. Nothing will make me pay for that gong.
But I've already paid for it.
Oh, yes? Well, where did you get the money?
Well, I was out shopping and I met Mrs. Higgins.
Mrs. Higgins?
Yeah, you see, she lent me the £5.
Kitty, you borrowed £5 knowing you couldn't pay it back?
Yes, Ted.
That's a clever girl. Well, you're not getting me to pay it.
You mean you just won't pay it?
No. You made your own bed, now you can butter it on both sides.
There you are. You see, that's what I get for being a good wife. My mother always said I should never have married you.
What? Your mother tried to stop me from marrying you?
That's right.
Oh, how I've wronged that woman.
Oh. I know. You don't love me anymore.
Of course I love you anymore. It's Mrs. Higgins I don't love. She encourages you. Well, she can just whistle for the $5.
But, Ted, don't you see, it wasn't her money. She borrowed it off her husband. And, well, I said I'd pay it back tonight.
Pay her back tonight? Well, you're not getting the money out of me. Wait a minute. Where did Sam Higgins get £5? He's owed me a $5 for 12 months.
Well, you see, he's...
Oh, wait a minute. It's like being trying to get blood out of a stone with him. But wait. I see the light. Mrs. Higgins got it from him instead.
Uh-huh.
You got it from Mrs. Higgins.
That's right.
Do you know what you've done, Kitty?
What, darling?
You got my long-lost $5 back. That's a clever girl.
Ah. Well, thank you, Ted.
What a wife. What a lucky man. What a clever girl. You've got what you want, and I've got my... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I haven't got any money. I haven't got my $5. You know what's happened to me?
What, darling?
I've been gonged.
We bring you melody from out of the sky, my brother and I. Hello, everyone. This is Bob and Alf Pearson. Our melody this week tells for the first time the story of that lucky old sun. Up in the morning, out on the job, work like the devil for my pay. But that lucky old sun has nothing to do but roll around heaven all day. Toil for my woman, fight for my kids, sweat till I'm wrinkled and gray, while that lucky old sun has nothing but roll around heaven all day. Good can't you know I'm pining? Tears all in my eyes. Send down that cloud with a silver lining. Lift me to paradise. Show me that river, take me across, wash all my troubles away. Like that lucky old sun, give me nothing to do but roll around heaven all day. Oh Lord, I'm tired and weary of pain. Please, Lord, forgive me if I complain. Up in the morning, out on the job, I work like the devil for my pay. But that lucky old sun has nothing to do but roll around heaven all day. Toil for my woman, I fight for my kids, sweat till I'm wrinkled and gray. While that lucky old sun has nothing to do but roll around heaven all day. Good Lord above, can't you know I'm pining? Tears all in my eyes. Send down that cloud with a silver lining. Lift me to paradise. Show me that river, take me across, wash all my troubles away. Like that lucky old sun, give me nothing to do but roll around heaven all day. Roll around heaven all
And now we present Ted Ray as George, the man with a conscience. The long-suffering Mr. Rivers, editor of the Daily Bugle, is once more forced to send George out on an important mission.
You sent for me, Mr. Rivers?
Aye, I did, George. Tell me, do you know anything about motor cars?
Well, the girl I was out with last night said I had a very fierce clutch.
Really?
Yes,
What's she like?
gin and yanks.
Oh, well, never mind. Never mind that at all now. I've got a job to do. I've got to improve my circulation.
Shall I rub your legs?
Aye. Don't rub them too hard. What are you talking about?
Sorry, sir. Sorry, Mr. Rivers. I'm sorry.
Now, look here.
Yes.
Get down to the motor show and bring me back a full report.
The motor show? Oh, yes. Oh,
What's the matter?
I'm not a very good driver.
Oh, nonsense. You're the best driver I've ever seen.
I am?
Yes, you're driving me crackers. Now, get out.
This way for the motor show. Overseas boys, aren't they?
Well, I'm from California.
Straight through, Senator. Immediate delivery.
Say, I'm from New York Broadway.
Straight through, Governor. Immediate delivery.
I'm from Tooting Broadway.
Come back in 3 years.
Oh, dear. Overseas buyers only. I'll never get in.
George,
Yes, Conscience?
it's your own fault you can't get in.
Why? What did I do?
You won the war.
Yeah. Yeah. But I must get into the motor show.
You'll have to disguise yourself as an American.
How am I going to do that?
Put on your horn-rimmed glasses and knock off that Boy Scout's hat.
That's a good idea. Oh, Sonny,
Yes, sir.
have you done your good deed for today, son?
Yes, sir. I helped an old lady across the road.
That's a good boy.
Yes, and it wasn't easy either. She didn't want to go.
Well, that's nice. Well, would you like to do your good deed for tomorrow?
Yes, please.
Well, lend me your hat.
Yes, sir. Dip, dip, dip.
Dob, dob, dob. Oh, and Sonny,
Yes, sir.
here's fourpence. Go and wash your knees. Well, Conscience, how's that? In this hat and horn-rimmed glasses, I feel like Truman.
Yes, you've created a precedent.
Yeah. Yeah, so I have. Well, here I go.
Don't forget to speak with an American accent.
Right, I'll put a clothes peg on my nose.
This way for about to show overseas boys, I think.
Well, I swow. Gee willikers, you all. Shut my mouth. This am the best little old motor show in the whole wide world. Yes, sirree.
Ah, good morning, sir. We're always glad to see the Russians.
Well, what a wonderful show.
Wonderful, George. Look at that streamlined chassis.
You mean that lovely drop head?
No, that lovely redhead. Go on. Go over and test her batteries.
Oh, shut up. I've got a job to do.
Yes, and she's just the job.
Oh, quiet, you. I'll go and have a word with this salesman. Good morning, old boy.
Oh, boy, you're supposed to be an American.
Oh, yes. Hiya, neighbor. How is your war? I guess I got $15 million to kind of throw away around here.
$15 million? Oh, sir, how many cars will you take?
Well, I don't know.
Well, let's go and have a little drink and talk it over. Waitress?
Hello.
What will you have, sir?
Well, I guess I'll have a mint julep.
We ain't got any of them. You'll have to have a mild and bitter with a bit of lettuce stuck in it here.
Well, thanks, honey child. Regards.
Oh, regards. Well, sir, how many cars will you buy?
Well, I was thinking about 500.
500? Have another drink.
Why, sure. Regards.
Regards. Wonderful. And they're only $1,500 each.
$1,500? What do you think I am, sir? A carpetbagger, sir? I'll have you know I'm from Virginia.
No, Virginia, Turkish only.
Who is that woman? $1,500, sir. That's too cheap. I'm not buying roller skates. I'll try the next stand, sir.
I heard that, sir, and you're so right. Those cars are very shortage jobs.
Is that so?
Yes, and you know that if you blow the horn, the mud guards fall off.
You don't say so.
Oh, I do say so. And now I'll take our car, the Hardly Able.
The Hardly Able?
Yes, sir. One drives and four push, and it has no engine.
No? Well, how does it run, sir?
It runs on its reputation. Now, how many would you like?
Well, I guess I'll...
Look, come and have a drink. Waitress?
Hello.
Oh, she's back again. Well, I'll have a white lady, you all.
White lady, what do you think this is, the windmill? White lady, you'll have a brown ale.
But I don't like brown ale.
What did you say, sir?
Regards.
Regard, yes.
How are you all feeling, sir?
Fine. Now then, sir, how about the cars?
How about another drink, you
Drink?
all?
Oh, yes, of course. Waitress?
Hello.
Bring me all a double whiskey.
Double whiskey, you ain't half gonna get tight.
Regards.
Regards, yes.
Yeah.
Now, you know, our cars are very cheap, sir. Only $2,000.
$2,000? I'll put my bag of gold against your bag of gold any time, sir. I have a good mind to get the next paddle steamer out of here.
But sir, I mean...
Oh, shut up. $2,000. I'm not buying scooters, sir. I'll try the next 4 stands.
George,
What do you want, Constance, sir?
you've had a couple.
I know I have you all.
You've got me tight as well.
You silly old Conscience, it just serves you right. You shouldn't smell my breath.
Aha, an overseas bar. Now then, sir.
What about a drink?
Why, of course.
Yeah.
Let's go into the cocktail bar. Now then, what's your pleasure, sir?
Blondes, but right now I'll have a scotch.
Oh, jolly good. Waitress.
Hello, waitress. You're a nice little girl, aren't you? What's your pretty little name?
Crystal Jollybottom, you thought?
Oh, come on. Come on, give us a kiss.
Oh, stop it! You stop pushing me! You've caught me in it on the beer pump!
Oh, don't be like that. Come on.
Stop it!
Oh, your program's sticking in me half-pint measure.
Oh, come on, let's have some fun.
Oh, you're drunk, you are. I've been watching you.
Come on, give us another drink. Regards.
Regards. How many cars will you buy, sir?
You've had one over the 8.
You mean one over the 18?
18 cars. Wonderful, sir. Wonderful. Thank you, sir.
What are you talking about? Don't be so silly. Cars? I can't afford any cars.
What?
I'm from the Bugle. The good old Bugler. Regards.
The Bugle? A newspaper man?
Yeah, a newspaper man.
You're not an overseas bar, nor an imposter, sir. Get out, get out.
Okay, I'm going. I can take a hint. It doesn't need a house to fall on me, you know. I know when I'm no one, I can tell you that. And oh, Charlie, by the way.
What?
I can't even drive.
Well, George Millett, did you get the report of the... George, what are you doing in that condition?
Mr. Rivers, would you please stand still while you're talking to me?
Stand still?
Yes. Old man Rivers, you keep on rolling along.
By gumladder, you'll be sorry for this. Where do you think you've been?
Oh, I've had a wonderful day. A wonderful day. I've been to the Brewers exhibition. You never saw so many cars in your life. More for this week, boys and girls, how that old clock does go round. We'll be with you next week, when once more we'll help you to...
Raise a laugh, raise a laugh. Don't be like a fast food photograph.
Gloomy days soon will pass. Come on, folks, raise up your glass.
And raise a laugh. You have been listening to Ted Ray and Raise a Laugh with Kitty Bluett, Bob and Alf Pearson, the Bows and the Bells, Fred Ewell, Peter Sellers, Patricia Hayes, and Leslie Perrins. The dance orchestra was conducted by Stanley Black. The program was written by Eddie McGuire and Ted Ray. Production by George Innes. Feeling sad and blue, just raise a laugh and soon you'll find you're losing that frown. A smile will spread all over the town. Don't give in, try and grin. Don't be like a passport photograph. Come on and meet Ted Ray, he'll chase your troubles away.
And raise a laugh.
Ted Ray.
Hello, boys and girls. What do you think? What do you think? When I was coming here tonight, I saw Mr. Attlee walking down Whitehall and Mr. Morrison walking up the other way. And they passed each other and never spoke. It's come to a fine thing when they start cutting each other. You know, some people take these things very badly. There was a fellow last week just going to throw himself over Westminster Bridge when a policeman came along and said, "Hey, what's your big idea?" So this fellow said, "Well, what with the weather and the wife, and I can't stand it, I tell you. She gets me down, she gets on my nerves." The policeman said, "Well, every one has a tiff now and again, sir. I shouldn't worry about that, she'll get over it. Where is your wife?" So the bloke said, I've got a photograph of her here, I'll show it to you. So the policeman took one look at the photograph and said, "Blimey, here, I'll give you a leg up." I'm afraid you have to pardon me, I've got a shocking cold tonight. I went round to my doctor's with it, but he's already got one. Yes, silly. And Sandy McNabb brought his wife to be examined. Afterwards, the doctor said, "Well, Sandy, what your wife needs is a change of climate." So Sandy says, "Hey, that's fine. The weather forecast says we're going to have one tomorrow." Oh, That'll save me a shilling on the prescription. You get it? Yeah, you know, I love hunting. That's my game. I love hunting. The open country. This time last year, I was up in Scotland after a deer. She still writes to me now and again. Of course, you meet all sorts of people in this profession. As I was leaving the studio last week, a fellow came up to me and said, Mr. Ray, you should hear, I haven't tasted food for 3 weeks. I said, don't worry, you've missed nothing. It's the same old taste. He said, I know all about that. He said, but all we got indoors, Governor, is a radio set. The wife and the kids ain't had anything to eat, and they're starving. But they love hearing you on the wireless, Governor. Love hearing you. Could you lend me £1? So I felt sorry for him, so I gave him 16 and 8. A pound. And, coming in tonight, the same man walked up and said, Mr. Ray, the wife and the kids are starving. I said, wait a minute. I joined the club last week. What did you do with the £1 I gave you then? He said, well, Governor, you wouldn't believe it. He said, when I got home there, they were all shivering round the radio listening to you. And I showed them your £1, and what do you think? They all looked so happy, we all went out and had our photographs taken. That's all. I'll see you in a minute, folks.
Many years ago in old Sorrento, a certain ditty was quite the thing. Whenever a mother rocked her baby in Sorrento, this little ditty she used to sing. Chibaba, chibaba, chihuahua, Angelawa, kukulagumba. Chibaba, chibaba, chihuahua, my bambino, go to sleep. Chibaba, chibaba, chihuahua, Angelawa, kukulagumba. Chibaba, chibaba, chihuahua, my bambino, go to sleep. All the stars are in the sky, ready to say goodnight. Can't you see your doll is sleepy too? Close your drowsy little eyes, Mama will hold you tight while she sings a lullaby to you. Chibaba, chibaba, chihuahua, Angelawa, kukulagumba. Chibaba, chibaba, chihuahua, my bambino, go to sleep.
All the stars are in the sky, ready to say goodnight. Can't you see your doll is sleepy too? Close your drowsy little eyes, Mama will hold you tight while she sings a lullaby to you.
Chibaba, chibaba, chihuahua, Angelawa, kukulagumba. Chibaba, chibaba, chihuahua, my bambino, go to sleep. Chibaba, chibaba, chihuahua, Angelawa, kukulagumba. Chibaba, chibaba, chihuahua, my bambino, go to sleep. Chibaba, chibaba, chihuahua, my bambino, go to sleep. Chibaba, chibaba, chihuahua, my bambino, go to sleep.
Thank you, Boys and Bells. That number was requested by Mrs. Hammett of Bravington Road, London. And next week, the boys and girls will sing, It is better to have loved a short girl than never to have loved at all. Everyone worries about the future. It's got to be that way. It doesn't matter whether it's the meat ration, the petrol ration, or any other ration. We're so worried about the future that we often forget the present. And last Saturday evening, like thousands of other people, I was studying my future. 2x2, x1x. 2, 2.
Oh, Ted, darling.
Shh, quiet, kitty, quiet. I may have a fifth dividend on the easy 6.
Pass me the middle page of the paper, dear.
Chelsea, Manchester City. That's a turn-up for the book.
Ted, will you please pass me the middle page? You're not reading it.
Well, I will be as soon as I finish this.
Well, I only want to read Marvo.
Who's Marvo?
Marvo. Oh, Ted, he's wonderful. He sees the future with a horoscope.
He couldn't see the future with a telescope.
Marvo.
Marvo arranges my life.
He does?
Oh, yes. Without Marvo, I wouldn't make a move.
Oh, well, the next time you want that piano shifted, go and get Marvo.
Oh. But the stars tell all. I look at Sam Higgins. He's a crab.
No wonder he walks sideways.
No, stupid. Cancer the crab. Now, he was told he'd get something that would make a deep impression.
Don't tell me. The old woman hit him with a flat iron, eh?
You're making fun of me.
Go on. Go on. I'm not.
No, yes, you are, Ted. And you know it, too. You don't understand the stars. You're just poo-pooing them.
Now, listen, dear. If I want to poo-poo, I'll poo-poo. And if I don't want to poo-poo, I won't poo-poo, so poo.
Well, I don't care what you say about Marvo. I still believe in him. What about Mr. Smithers? Why, last week his lucky number was 3, and Thursday his wife had triplets.
Well, my lucky number's 14. What's Marvo going to do about that?
Well, anyway, Marvo does remember my birthday.
I hope he remembers to buy you a present.
Oh, you think you're smart, don't you? Well, you couldn't do it anyway.
Do what?
Tell the future.
I can tell your future.
Oh, well, go ahead then. Go on.
All right, then. All right, then.
All right.
You'll go on a short journey. You'll reach the heights and see a stretch of water.
Oh, Ted, I will?
Yes. Now get up them stairs and turn my bath on. Now, where's my paper, Kitty? I wish you'd leave it alone. Manchester City, Accrington, Stanley, Derby. Oh, Derby, what do you know? Oh, what's the use?
There, you see, darling, you're frustrated. Now, whatever star you're under...
Stars, she says. It's all a lot of Taurus the bull. And listen, if you mention Marvo again to me, you'll see stars.
I can see you've lost on your football again.
Yeah, that's football again. Yeah.
If only Marvo could see the future in this, we'd be getting somewhere.
I see numbers 20, 21, and 22 all drew, dear.
Yes, they all got the same number of goals, dear. That's why they drew, dear.
Well, I don't understand that, but Marvo said last week that I had to watch the 20th, 21st, and 22nd. So before I posted your coupon, I put 3 kisses and added a shilling.
You put 3?
Yes.
3 what?
Kisses and added a shilling. Well, have I done something wrong?
Wrong? I thank you to leave my coupon alone. Messing about you with your 3 draws.
Oh, isn't that enough?
Isn't it enough? Give me that coupon. What have you done to it? 20, 21, 22. X, 3 draws, 3 draws. Wait a minute. Marvo told you to watch the 20th, the 21st, and the 22nd?
Yes, Ted.
So you put a shilling on it?
That's right.
That's a clever girl.
Well, thank you, dear.
Marvo, eh? Oh, Marvo. You know, I've misjudged that fellow.
I think you have, dear.
Yeah, Marvo, 3 draws, eh? Where's the middle page, dear? Oh, here we are. Yeah. Wonder what he has to say about me, Here we are. You will meet new neighbors.
Yeah, and he's right already, dear, because I spoke to the young couple across the road this morning. Oh, they're so nice, Ted. He kisses her every morning at the door and then blows her another kiss from the gate. Why don't you do that?
I haven't been introduced to her yet, dear.
Silly. Well, what does Marvo have to say about you?
About me? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, about me, yeah. Here we are. A request from a relative will touch you greatly.
Lend us £half-a-crown, Teddy boy.
Blimey, that's service for you. Marvo must have meant the Nelson touch.
Yeah, well, what about me £half-crown?
You're always after money.
Now, don't be mean, Ted. After all, we've won the football.
Oh, all right. Here you are, Rumble Tummy. Now, let me get on with my horoscope.
Horoscope? Oh, I like those. Oh, I'm a scorpion.
You mean you're a leech?
Here, I like Marvo. He told me I should never work a week with a Friday in it.
Oh, did he? So he's to blame for it, did he? And did he tell you were due for a big spread?
No. Am I?
No, you've already got one.
Got one?
Yes, and it's sticking out a mile.
What is?
Southend Pier. Now get out of it. You've got your half-crown. What more do you want? Get out to the snack bar.
Oh, but listen.
Go on, I'm reading my horoscope.
All right, keep your shirt on, Teddy boy.
Well, what else did Marvo say, Ted?
No? Oh, yes. You will quarrel with a loved one.
Oh.
Well, Marvo's wrong about that anyway. I've only got one loved one, and I'm certainly not going to quarrel with you.
Well, darling, if Marvo says we're going to quarrel, well, we're going to quarrel.
Now listen, if this Marvo thinks he can tell me and thinks I'm going to quarrel, I am not going to quarrel. I am not going to quarrel. I'm going to bed, Kitty. I'm going to bed. I feel tired. I'll have an early night, darling. I've got the final of the golf foursomes to play in the morning.
Yes, darling.
When you come up, don't make a noise, darling. I'll be dreaming of the three drawers. Yes. Good night, night, darling.
Night, darling. Good old Marvo. Now, what else does he say in this paper? Don't forget to put the clock back 1 hour. Oh, well, I'd better do that right away. Now Ted will have an extra hour's rest before his golf match. There. That's it. Dad. Where's that? Oh, what's the matter with me? Of course it's Sunday morning. I'll bet the little darling is downstairs making me a cup of tea before he goes off to golf.
Never find a thing in that pipe. Hello. How's the Sleeping Beauty?
Oh, what's the matter, dear? Can't you find the tea?
Tea? I've been standing on it for 2 hours in the pouring rain.
Oh, Ted, what happened? Didn't the other 3 players turn up?
Oh, yes. There were 3 all right. Oh, 2 rabbits and a night owl.
Oh, dear.
And listen to me. I'll tell you one more thing.
Only one lump in my tea, Teddy boy.
I'll bet you had a hand in this.
In what?
Who's been mucking about with the clock?
Oh, well, I put it back an hour last night, dear.
You what?
Well, just before I went to bed.
And I put it back an hour last night.
When?
When I came home from the snack bar.
I wish you'd both leave things alone. I'd already put it back an hour myself.
Ted, you must have been awfully early at that golf course, but early.
Early, she says, early. A shepherd walked by and asked me if I was the night shift. Now, I'm telling you two for the last time, leave things alone.
Well, anyway, Ted, Marvo was right.
Marvo, what's he got to do with it?
Well, here's the paper, dear. Just read it for yourself.
Give it to me. You will quarrel with a loved one. It will just be a matter of time.
We bring you melody from out of the sky, my brother and I.
Hello, everyone. This is Bob and Alf Pearson. Our melody this week tells the story of the 7 veils.
Once the king of Hokum Pokum called his cavaliers and said, "You dogs, I haven't had a thrill in 20 years. What about it? What about it?" And the boys said, "Wait." Far and wide they sought for what would thrill their weary king. At last they rode back home and cried, "We have the very thing. It's a dancer, what a dancer." And the king said, "Great." They call her 7 veils. Her magic never fails. She's caused 1,000 scandals, and we're not telling fairy tales. Far over hills and dales, she's wrecked 1,000 males. Okay, is what the king said. Bring on your 7 veils. She began to twist and turn. The king just yawned and looked real stern. Off came a little veil, 1. Then she trembled once or twice. The king said, "Boys, I'm cold as ice." Off came another veil, 2. She shook like bay leaves in a storm. The king cried, "Gosh, I'm getting warm." Off came another veil, 3. Then she jived just like a cat. The king said, "Mama, buy me that." Off came another veil, 4.
She danced around and how she tripped. The king said, hope the next one's ripped. Up came another veil 5. Then she shook from toes to ears. The king put out 3 chandeliers. Up came another veil 6. Then came a terrible din. Just as she reached for the 7th veil, the queen came walking in. Oh, that 7th veil, that damsel went to jail, and that king just goes on dreaming. He dreams of the 7th the 7th
And now we present Ted Ray as George, the man with a conscience. George is listening intently to his boss, Mr. Rivers, who is about to send him to investigate a mystery which has captured the imagination of the whole country.
You know, it's fantastic, George. It's the biggest sea mystery since the Marie Celeste.
It is indeed, sir.
Imagine it. This lighthouse keeper, Silas Britton, has locked himself in his lighthouse.
It reminds me of the 3 old ladies.
Oh, dear, what in the matter? Made it shut up, George. What's
Sorry,
that
I
to do
just
with
stand
you?
away for a minute, sir. I just, the old days.
Ah, yes, I know. Look here. They've even sent out 3 relief ships.
What happened?
He fired on them.
Good gracious.
Oh, but he can't intimidate us.
No, sir.
No fear. He can't frighten the bugle.
He can't that.
So if he fires on you, you'll just fire back.
Yes, sir, I'll get my revolver back. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What do you mean I'll fire back?
Oh, now look here. You just get the story, son. Now here you are. Here's your ticket, your sou'wester, and your tin of sardines. Now off you go to Hurricane Rocks. Go on.
Yes, sir. Here I go again. Well, we're on our way. Won't be long now. Oh, Conscience,
Yes, George?
you must admit I'm dressed for the part.
In those oilskins and sou'wester, you look like a car park attendant in Venice.
Oh, shut up.
What's that?
I wasn't talking to you.
Charlie!
What is it, Ingrid?
This geezer told me to shut up while I was eating my sandwiches.
Here, you, Francis Drake. Don't you insult my old woman before me.
All right, you insult her first, then.
You shut up or I'll do you.
Well, I only said to...
Well, don't then.
Well, I...
Well, that's it. Ingrid,
What, Charlie?
boss, there's another leak.
Another leak here?
George,
Yes, Conscience?
phew, don't those leaks give off an awful odor?
Yes, they do smell.
Charlie!
What is it, Ingrid?
This geezer says we smell.
Now listen, defender of our island home. One more word out of you and I'll breathe all over you.
Well, I only turned...
Well, don't then.
Well, I just...
Well, that's it.
Conscience,
What, George?
you aren't half getting me into trouble.
Who, me?
Yes, and I wish you'd keep your big mouth shut.
Charlie!
What, Ingrid?
This geezer's telling me to keep my big mouth shut.
Well, then why don't you? I've been trying to do it for 20 years.
Whoa, you big ape, you wait till I get you on.
Now look here, there's only one thing I've got to say.
The train now pulling into platform 1 has to. It's the only platform we've got.
Well, Conscience, we're here. We've arrived at our destination. Oh, dear Conscience, what a place. Look at those waves and look at all those seagulls flying above.
Keep moving, George.
Yeah. Dear, oh, dear. Where can I ask about Hurricane Rock?
Try that little pub.
Oh, yes. Sailor's Rest.
Yes, so do railway porters.
Oh, shut up. I'm going in.
Good
afternoon, all.
Good afternoon.
Does anyone know the way to Hurricane Rock?
Hurricane Rock?
What's the matter? They've all gone.
All except me.
Who are you?
Crystal Jollybottom is so Take your elbow out of me potted shrimp.
But listen. Why did they run away? All I said was Hurricane Rock.
Well, that's why they ran away.
Oh, that's ridiculous. Hurricane Rock saved many an old wreck.
Well, don't look at me.
I'll bet you can tell me how to find Silas Britton on Hurricane Rock.
No, I can't.
Come on, you little sailor's retreat. You can tell me.
Stop pushing me.
Come on.
Oh, your mackerel net's caught round me lobster pot.
Come on, Lady Hamilton.
Let me go. You'll score no victory here.
Come on, darling, come on. Be reasonable. You can tell me.
Stop it. Your brass telescope's caught in me rope ladder. Stop shaking me.
All right, then, tell me.
Well, you asked for it.
Well, where is it?
Well, it's a 3-mile walk across the sand.
Yes?
You can get there while the tide's out.
Have you been across yourself?
Yes, I have.
Well, what happened?
Well, as soon as I touched me seaweed, I knew it was going to be
Well. Here we are. Bleak and desolate it is too. At last I'm on Hurricane Rock. I'll knock at this old iron door. Why don't they open the door?
Brace yourself, George. There may be trouble.
I'm ready.
Hello.
Why, it's a little girl. What's your name?
Jennifer.
That's a nice name.
We've been expecting you.
You have?
Yes, come on into the lighthouse.
Thank you.
Now put this mop cap on.
All right, dear.
Now take the scrubbing brush in one hand and the floor cloth in the other.
Right-ho. What do I do now?
Get down on your hands and knees and do the lighthouse work. Goodbye.
Well, of all... No. Conscience, look! The door's closing by itself. Oh, Conscience, we're trapped. We're in a mess.
As the monkey said when...
Oh, shut up.
Hey, you! Come up here!
What? Up the spiral staircase?
Yes, I want to talk to you.
What is it?
Come in this room.
All right. What do you want with me?
I want you to meet my son. He's just come back from Algeria.
Really?
And just listen to his voice. He keeps on whining.
Oh!
That's good. Go on, get rid of it, son.
Oh!
Good. Here, do you know what?
What?
He thinks he's Mr. Strachey.
Mr. Strachey?
Yes, and he's getting rid of his Algerian wine.
What's going on here?
Oh, it's the captain. Come on, son.
Oh, so there you are, Sydney Torch.
Sydney Torch?
Yes, my lamp's gone out and you get on my wick.
Now listen to me, Silas Britton. Why won't you come ashore?
What, with these new cuts? Not Pygmalion likely. Follow me, please. Up this rope ladder.
Why? This is the lamp room.
Yes, now, I'll tell you my story.
Yes?
That light has burned for 30 years. As sure as my name's Silas Britton.
For 30 years?
Yes, except for one night when an old man of 99 came in and snuffed it.
Yes? Well, what happened?
The good ship, How's Your Father, ran off her course and struck the rock.
And did the name go right through the rock?
Oh, she was She was bound for Tilbury with a cargo of doll's eyes.
Doll's eyes?
Yes.
How dreadful.
And since then I sit here looking at the rock night after night, sometimes without food.
I suppose the doll's eyes see you through the week.
It almost drove me mad. Those eyes staring at me, accusing me.
What did you do?
I threw myself on the rocks.
What happened?
Oh, I sprained my ankle. So I climbed up the ladder and stared out to sea again.
And what did you see then?
Those eyes looking at me accusingly. Thousands of pairs of them.
Sounds like a queue for National Health glasses. Well, go on. Don't keep in suspense. What did you do, Silas Britton?
Well, I flung myself down on the rocks again and only sprained my wrist.
That was lucky.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, those eyes. They're looking at me now.
Yes?
Your eyes are looking at me.
No.
I can't stand it.
Uh-huh.
You're the cause of all my trouble. You should take my place.
No.
I'll throw you on the rocks.
No, Silas Britton, not me. Oh, what are you going to do?
I'm going to hurl you onto those rocks as sure as my name's Silas Britton.
Let go. Let go of my throat. Go on. Britton, be careful. Oh, look out, Silas Britton. You're falling. Blimey, Britton's on the rocks again. That's all for this week, boys and girls. How that old clock does go round. Still, we'll be with you again next week when once more we'll help you to
Raise a laugh, raise a laugh. Don't be like a passport photograph.
gloomy days soon will pass. Come on, folks, raise up your glass
and raise a laugh.
You've been listening to Ted Ray and Raise a Laugh with Kitty Bluett, Bob and Al Pearson, the Bows and the Bells, Fred Yule, Peter Sellers, Patricia Hayes, and Leslie Perrins. The dance orchestra was conducted by Stanley Black. The program was written by Eddie Maguire and Ted Ray. Production by George Innes.
Feeling sad and blue, just raise a laugh and soon you'll find you're losing that frown. A smile will spread all over the town. Don't give in, try and grin. Don't be like a passport photograph. Come on and meet Ted Ray, he'll chase your troubles away.
And raise a laugh.
Ted Ray.
Hello, boys and girls. Well, I don't know about raise a laugh. I ought to say raise a shamed. For the awful boner I pulled last week about the clock going back. I do want to say thank you to all the listeners who wrote to me and pointed out the mistake. However, there were far too many letters for me to answer personally, so I beg your very, very pardon. And all I can say is that if you had a wife like Kitty, not to mention that pest Nelson, you wouldn't know where you were either. It's not bad. I ought to write a book. I see that Mr. Truman and Mr. Atlee are writing a book each. Did you know that? Truman's is about Venice, and he calls it The Gone Dollars. Atlee's is about Westminster, and he calls it The Dollars Gone. Do you know, many years ago, I was with a little traveling show up in Yorkshire. And before the show, it was my job to sit in the pay box and sell the tickets. Well, I was doing this one Monday afternoon when a little fellow came up and he said,
What's on here tonight, please?
I said, well, there's me and a juggler, 2 singers, and a trapeze act.
He said, I'm not very interested in that.
I said, but just a minute, that's not all. Starting this evening, one of the chorus girls is beginning the dance of the 7 Veils.
Is it really? I said, yes. He said, tell me, are there 2 shows a night? I said, yes. He said, good. He said, now let's see. He said, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'll have a ticket for First House Thursday.
Before I was a comedian, I used to be a crooner. I didn't do very well, so I thought up an idea just to boost up the act, you know. I got an usher to stand in the side aisles with a box of white mice, and when I started to sing, he was to let them out. And when the mice got amongst the audience, you see, the girls jumped up on their seats and held their skirts, screamed, and swooned away. Grand idea. And very successful, too. But one night I noticed 2 red-faced old girls in the second row. They never moved. I sent for the usher. I said, more mice. Get more mice, quick.
They sent out the mice again. Still, these two old men never moved. So I called the usher over. I said, go on, release more mice. And the voice in the second row said, you can bring on 1,000 mice, you'll never shift the black watch. It's a wonderful life. Show business, yes. The other night, I was in my dressing room when the call boy came in. He had a terrible black eye. I said, how did you get that, son? He said, well, Mr. Ray, apart from being a call boy in the theater, I'm also a page boy in the hotel next door, you see. And he said, one night I was in the hotel when I heard someone's radio playing William Tell. Well, absent-mindedly, I opened the nearest door and called, overture and beginners, please. I said, you mean a fellow gave you a black eye just for that? He said, yes. You see, it was the bridal suite. See you later.
Way down on the levee in old Alabama, there's Daddy and Mammy, there's Ephraim and Sammy. On a moonlight night you can find them all. While they are waiting, the banjos are syncopating. What are they saying? Oh, what are they saying? While they keep playing, a humming and swaying. It's the good ship Colony that's come to carry the cotton away. See them shuffling along. See them shuffling along. Go take your best gal, real pal. Go down to the levee, I said to the levee, and join that shuffling throng. Hear that music and song, it's simply great, mate. Waiting on the levee, waiting for the Robert E. Lee. Whistles are blowing, the smokestacks are showing, ropes they are throwing. Excuse me, I'm going to a place where all is harmonious. Even the preacher, he is a dancing teacher. Have you been down there, or were you around there?
If you ever go there, you'll always be found there. Why, doggone, here comes my baby on the good old Robert E. Lee.
See them shuffling along. See them shuffling along. Go take your best gal, real pal. Go down to the levee, I said to the levee, and join that shuffling throng. Hear that music and song, it's simply great, mate. Waiting on the levee, waiting for the Robert E. Lee.
It's simply great, mate. Waiting on the levee,
waiting for the Robert E. Lee.
Thank you, boys and bells. And next week the boys and girls will sing that lovely song, My Wife's Got Her Pendant Out of Pawn, The Amethyst's Back Home. There's a saying very old, but very true. When one door shuts, another door opens. And all over the world, people are opening and shutting doors. But it's what happens when you open the door that's important. What am I talking about? The other week I had a day off from the office, and Kitty and I had planned to have a day in town. You know, lunch and then a movie afterwards.
You sound very happy, darling.
I am. Oh, I'm in a good mood today. Give us a kiss, come on.
No, don't. Now, Ted, stop that, please.
Oh, come on, let me put my arm around your waist.
Now, will you please stop it? Oh!
What have you got on, a suit of armor?
Well, never mind me. You stop playing about and get yourself ready.
I am ready, darling.
Well, why don't you clean your shoes? They look a bit dusty.
Well, they're my best ones. I haven't had them on for 2 years. Not since we buried Uncle Charlie.
Oh, yes. Poor Uncle Charlie. He's been gone a long time.
He ought to be there by now.
Well, we won't ever get there at all if you don't hurry up and clean those shoes, Ted.
All right, dear, I'll clean them. Where's the boot box? Here it is. Here's some of that posh white shoe cream. Shoe shine fully clean, all the shoes that you did.
Gee, what's the matter with this stuff? The more I brush, the duller it gets.
Why, Ted, you silly thing, you're using the toothpaste.
Toothpaste? No wonder the tongues of my shoes are hanging out. Kitty, what's the toothpaste doing in the shoebox?
Well, I have nowhere else to keep it, dear.
Now look at this brush. The bristles are falling out.
Well, all right, helpless. You'll find another brush in that drawer.
Oh, all right. What's all this stuff in the drawer?
Oh, it's toothpaste, dear.
What, 20 tubes of it?
Well, yes, Ted. You see, I'm halfway there.
Halfway where?
Well, Ted, if I save 40 toothpaste cartons, I get a new towel.
Oh.
Yeah. And when I get 20 towels, well, what do you think?
I don't know.
I get a new bathrobe with my name on. Now, isn't that wonderful?
Wonderful.
And those bathrobes are 3 guineas in the shops, and the toothpaste only cost a shilling.
Wait a minute. Not so fast, Kitty. Wait a minute. Now, wait a minute. I'll just... I don't get this. Now, 1 bathrobe, 20 towels, huh? 1 towel, 40 toothpaste. 20 times 40 is 800. 800 shillings? Mm-hmm. And the bathrobes are only 3 guineas in the shops?
That's right.
That's a clever girl. Goodbye.
Oh, Ted, where are you going?
I'm going upstairs to clean my teeth. I've got to get my money back.
Oh. Well, it isn't my fault.
All right, then whose fault is it?
Well, the men who come and sell it to me at the door.
The men at the door?
Yes, Ted, those traveling salesmen.
Hey, Teddy boy, who's put the shoe cream in the bathroom? Oh, it's nothing to laugh at. I was cleaning my teeth and 4 of them fell out.
Perhaps they're not speaking to each other.
Oh, it's all right for you. They fell off my plate.
It's the first time anything ever fell off your plate, greedy gut.
Well, what shall I do now?
There's only one thing for it, Nelson. Go and spit on your Wellington boots.
Why, a rotten lot!
See what I mean? See what I mean, Kitty? See what happens? You don't want to listen to those traveling salesmen.
But, darling, it's so difficult to refuse.
Don't fall for their chatter. They'll talk you into anything. I wish I were here when those fellas call. I'd tell them.
Would you tell?
Yeah, would I? They wouldn't come that stuff with me. Answer the door, Kitty.
Oh, all right, darling.
Good morning, madam. Good morning. I was just wondering...
Now, just a minute, Kitty. Just a minute. Leave this to me.
Well, sir...
Now, listen, you lesson. You needn't open your bag. We've got some.
I beg your pardon,
We've
sir.
got some.
I'm not here to sell you anything.
You're not? Oh, well, what do you want to knock on our door for, then?
Well, you see, I called to see Mr. Higgins up the road, and he was out, so I thought I'd... Heavens, look at your tie.
My tie? You look at your own tie. It's got beard dribbles down it.
No, old boy, your tie. It's my school, St. Charles. I'm an old Charlie, you know.
You are? Oh, I'm an old Charlie, too. Did you hear that, Kitty? We're a couple of Charlies.
Well, you certainly look like it standing there.
Oh, no, dear. We were at school together, St. Charles. Come in, old boy. Make yourself at home. I'll carry your bag.
Oh, thanks, old man, thanks. Just until I can see Mr. Higgins, of course. Well. Fancy you being an old Charlie. Remember Puggy Peddler?
Do I? The biggest twerp in the school.
Well, that was me, old boy.
Was it? Oh, was it? Oh, I say, here. Do you remember the chap who put a tin lid down the back of his pants instead of a book?
By Jove, don't I just...
And when the headmaster caned him, it sounded like a gong. The school went home half an hour early.
Now there was a chap the old school should have kicked out.
I was. How are you?
I say sorry, old man.
Sorry. Oh, that's all right. That's a long time ago. I'm sorry I bawled you out of the door.
Oh, that's quite all right, old man.
Yeah, it was my fault, really.
Oh, no. You see, it's my fault. My husband here thinks that I buy too many things at the door.
You know, my wife's just the same. Just the same.
Oh, they couldn't pull that stuff on us men, though. We're different. We never fall for that line.
Well, of course they don't. Of course they don't. If a man wants anything, he goes and buys it because he needs it.
That's just what I said to you, Kitty. Just what I said. Shows how right I was, darling. Give my old school chum a drink, dear. Give him a drink.
All right, darling, yeah.
Now, for instance, take what I have in my case. Now, here's a bottle of hair cream. Now, supposing I tried to sell you this.
Then I'd say I've already got 2 bottles of hair cream.
That's it. So it'd be silly of me to try, of course. Mind you, this is the finest hair cream in the country and the lowest in price. Smell it.
Lovely, lovely.
You know, Sam Higgins uses nothing else. He's used it for years.
Go on.
Yes. You see, Sam's a smart fellow. He realized the value of our free gift scheme.
Free gift scheme?
Yes. With every 12 bottles of hair cream, we give one of these.
That's a nice article.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I do. What is it?
A celluloid collar.
Oh. Lovely, lovely.
Oh, of course, mind you, export only, you know.
am.
Oh, yes, America buys them by the gross.
Do they?
Yes. Collars for dollars, that's our slogan.
Very good. That's wonderful.
They are. Reversible, convertible, and washable.
That's handy.
Yes, you can, you can wash your neck with them without taking your collar on.
Very good idea. Yes.
Yes.
Wash your neck with it on or off.
Yes, that's what I said. We're
Change
reversible.
your mind in midair. Yes, very good.
Reversible, as I said. Now, there's only one thing you have to watch.
What's that?
Be very careful when you're lighting your pipe.
Oh, yes. Well, thanks for letting me in on this, old man. I'll take 12 bottles.
12 bottles, okay. Now then, try this collar on for size.
Good. Thanks. How much do I owe you now?
Let me see, 12 bottles of 3 shillings, £1.16, old man.
Right, thank you. Kitty!
Yes, darling?
Lend me £1.16, dear, will you?
What for?
Hair cream, dear. How'd you like my new collar?
I don't like it, and I'm not going to lend you £1.16.
Come on, dear, don't make me look a fool. It won't be a minute, old man.
Oh, it's quite all right, old boy. No hurry.
Come on, Kitty, come on. Give me the money.
No, Ted.
Go on, give him the money.
What did you say?
I told your wife to give you the money.
How dare you talk to my wife like that?
My dear old boy, I'm only trying to help you.
You mean you're only trying to help yourself? What do you mean, coming in here and causing trouble in my home?
Oh, well, of course, if that's how you feel.
That's exactly the way I feel.
Oh.
Now take your hair cream and your celluloid collar and get out.
Oh, very well. Well, of all the...
Well, Kitty, I hope you're satisfied.
Well, I only did what you told me.
Yeah, just because I was going to get something for nothing, if it had been a bathrobe for you, that would have been a very different story.
But, Ted,
Yeah. Wait a minute. What do I want with a celluloid collar and 12 bottles of hair cream? I was going to pay out £1.16, wasn't I?
That's right, dear.
Thank you, darling. You saved me some money.
I hope so.
We've learned our lesson this time, haven't we?
We certainly have, Ted.
It's very funny, you know, really. Here's another one. Don't worry. Are you ready, dear?
I'm ready, darling.
Okay. Open the door. Yes, old man? What is it?
Excuse me, I'm traveling.
Well, keep traveling.
From out of the sky, my brother and I. Hello, everyone. This is Bob and Alf Pearson. Our melodies this week tell the story of the different methods of transport used by courting couples. Before there were any vehicles at all, they had, of course, to walk. Gee, it's great after being out late, walking my baby back home. Arm in arm over meadow and farm, walking my baby back home. We go along harmonizing a song, or I'm reciting just a little poem. The owls go by, they give me the eye, walking my baby back home. Then came the horse and buggy, clickety-clack, clickety-clack. Just see them going to the fair. John and Mary jogging along behind the old gray mare. Clickety-clack, clickety-clack, God bless them, what a happy pair. John and Mary jogging along behind the old gray mare. The bicycle on a bike built for two, I'll go riding with you, we'll go rolling along. It's the grandest machine, it's the best ever seen, just go rolling along. Our hearts will go riding in rhythm, the the breeze singing love's sweetest song. Over valley and hill there is no greater thrill than rolly-o, rolling, rolly-o, rolling, rolly-o, rolling along. Then came the motor car. That's when he'd have to get under, get out and get under, to fix his little machine. He was just dying to cuddle his queen, but every minute when he'd begin it, he'd have to get under, get out and get under, to fix up his automobile. Next an aeroplane, me and Jane in a plane, soaring up to the clouds, me and Jane in a plane, far away from the crowds, in my two-seater, what could be sweeter? We'll have St. Peter step inside and bless the bride. I'll be keeping my eye on the man in the moon. He's a dangerous guy when he starts to spoon. My kisses I'll shower, 1,000,000 an hour. No traffic cop will ever stop me and Jane in a plane. But whichever method was used, when they got to the old front porch, it was always the same. For he said, "Good night, sweetheart. All my prayers are for you. Good night, sweetheart. Angels will watch all you. Dreams enfold you. In them here I'll hold you. Good night, sweetheart. Good night."
We present Ted Ray as George, the man with a conscience. We find George in the office of the Daily Bugle being briefed by his boss, Mr. Rivers.
Now, George, Daniel Good died last year.
Who, sir?
Daniel Good. You know, Dan.
Is he still at it?
No. Dan Good, the batter pudding king. He's dead. He made all kinds of pudding.
Did he?
Yes, black puddings, treacle puddings. But the Christmas puddings broke his heart.
Why, Mr. Rivers?
They nationalized the workhouse masters.
Oh, what a shame. Hey, what's all this got to do with the Bugle?
Oh, well, I want you to go down to his country house, Battersby Grange.
What for?
To bring back the story of his last will and testament.
Very well, sir.
And, George.
Yes, sir?
You know the old saying, where there's a will...
There's relations. Ta-ta! Well, here we are at Paddington. Now, I wonder where my train goes from. I must find out. Yes, Conscience?
Take your earmuffs off and listen to the last station loudspeaker.
Oh, yes, of course.
The train over in platform 6.
Pardon me, Porter.
Yes, sir?
What did he say?
What did he say? I wish I knew. I'm only a porter. I just carry coal night and day.
Blimey, must be a coal porter.
Never mind him. Go and ask that girl with the tea trolley.
Oh, yes. Excuse me, miss.
Why, what have you done?
Could you tell me where to get a train for Battersby Junction?
I don't know nothing about that. All I know is that at 11 o'clock I puts 2 gallons of hot water into this here hand.
Well, I only asked you a question.
Well, I don't know the answer. All I know is that at 4 o'clock I puts another 2 gallons of water in this here hand. Now then, do you want a cup of hot or not? What?
All right, then.
With or without?
Without what?
Without me thumbing it.
Oh. I can't waste time here. I'm going to get my ticket.
George,
Yes?
go to that pigeonhole and have a 2-bob forecast.
Don't be silly. This isn't a dog track.
The winning trains were out of platforms 2 and 4. Forecast dividends £3 1 a 9.
What a way to run a railway. No wonder they're losing money. Anyway, I'll get my ticket. Here's the booking office. Excuse me.
Yes?
Can I have a ticket to Battersby Junction?
Yes, come in.
Come in, I can't. There's no door.
Never mind, come in.
Well, how did you get in?
I married the boss's daughter.
George, stop wasting your time hanging around pigeonholes. There's a smashing bird in inquiries.
In inquiries?
Yes, and she won't need much asking.
Good. Inquiries, here we are. I'll go in and ask. Oh, miss.
Oh, go away. Don't ask me any questions. I'm so upset.
Why, what's the matter?
It's my husband, Bob. He left me 2 weeks ago.
Oh, Bob's on the loose.
Yes. And last week he left me for a blonde.
Oh, Bob's on the tiles.
But he came home yesterday in a shocking state, so I sent for the doctor.
Oh, so Bob's on his back?
Yes. And as he was getting his prescription, the government stepped in.
Yes, now Bob's on the bottle. Oh, dear. Oh, conscience, I can't stand it. A slow train, 2 changes, and then a long walk. My feet are killing me. Surely we should be at Battersby Grange by now. Oh, I'll ask that little girl who's coming down the lane. Why, she's leading a pony. Hello, little girl.
Hello.
What's your name?
Jennifer.
Oh. Well, Jennifer, can you tell me the way to Battersby Grange?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, will you lend me your pony?
Yes, but you can't ride it.
No?
No, you'll have to walk alongside of it, see?
Why, Jennifer?
Because it's a shark's pony, see?
Well, here we are, Battersby Grange, the home of the late Daniel Good.
Go on, knock on the door.
But there's no knocker.
No knocker?
No.
Then send for a radio critic.
Oh, shut up. Shut up, Conscience. I'll ring the bell.
Yes?
I've come for the reading of the will.
Well, I'm sorry, sir. You'll have to go round to the back. This entrance is reserved for members of the Good family.
Blimey, that's the first time I've seen a goods entrance at the front.
Who is it? Who is it, Driftwood?
It's a person from the Bugle.
Does he want to use the blower?
No, I've come for the reading of the will.
Oh, well, don't stand there. Come in.
Thank you. My, but you must be very old.
Oh, I am. I'm over 100.
Oh.
I was married once.
You were?
Yes, but I didn't see much of my husband.
No, I suppose he was out all day selling his almanacs, eh? Yes,
Now, you go into the kitchen and get something to eat.
Thank you very much.
Just go through that door and ask the cook to slip you a bakewell.
Tart?
No, it's rather to eat.
Oh, yes. Hello, cook.
Hello, dearie.
What's your name?
Crystal Jollybottom, you call. Here, take your elbow out of me pressure cooker.
Don't be like that, darling. Do you know what I want?
No, I don't. And I'll thank you not to sit on me raspberry flan.
Tell me, where's the room where they're going to read the will?
Oh, stop pushing me.
Come on.
Oh, your press card sticking in me Cornish pasty.
Come on, dear, you know. Where's the library?
I don't know. Oh, stop it. Oh, your briefcase bruising me batter pudding.
Well, come on and tell me.
No, all right. Well, it's up the stairs past the horsehair sofa, and you'll find it at the end of the carpet.
All right, now, will you come and show me the way?
No, you're not getting me on the carpet, you thought.
Well, she was right, Conscience. This is the library. I wonder if I can get in. After all, it isn't a public library.
It looks more like a public...
Quiet, Conscience.
Oh, good morning, good morning. My name is Pinchbeck, you see. I'm the family lawyer. You're from the Bugle, I take it.
Yes, that's right.
I suppose you were familiar with the late Daniel Good?
No, I never met the old batter pudding mixer.
Well, I regret to state that out of 40 descendants, there are only 3 surviving members of the family. Good.
That's you.
Quiet, please.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was just carried away for a minute, you know. I was
Now, these 3 are here today. Noah Good.
How are you? How do you do?
How do you do?
Eyes are good and justice good.
Pleased to meet you.
Likewise, I'm sure, yes.
Well, now then, without further preamble, I will read the will.
Yes.
I, Daniel Good, hereby bequeath £20 million to my son Noah Good.
That's me.
Oh! Why? He's been shot. Who did it?
Never mind that. Get on with it, Pinchbeck.
Oh, very well, very well, very well. I bequeath to my daughter, Isa Good.
That's me.
Oh! Blimey! She's been shot dead, too.
Never mind that. Get on with it, Pinchbeck.
Oh, very well. And to my nephew, Justice Good.
That's me.
Blimey! Look! All the goods have been killed.
Yes, but where did the shots come from?
Someone is firing from behind that painting of Daniel Good. There. Give me a hand, Pinchbeck. We'll tear it from the wall.
Oh, very well. Come on.
Oh, dear. Why? It's the housekeeper.
None of the goods will get the money now.
But Daniel Good left £20 million. What shall I do with the money?
Give it to the government.
The government? Why?
Because there's been too much money chasing too few goods. Boys and girls, how that old clock does go round. We'll be with you again next week when once more we'll help you to
Raise a laugh, raise a laugh. Don't be like a passport photograph.
gloomy days soon will pass. Come on, folks, raise up your glass
and raise a laugh.
You've been listening to Ted Ray and Raise a Laugh with Kitty Bluett, Bob and Alf Pearson, the Bows and the Bells, Fred Ewell, Peter Sellers, Patricia Hayes, and Leslie Perrins. The dance orchestra was conducted by Stanley Black. The program was written by Eddie Maguire and Ted Ray, and the production was by George Incl.
Feeling sad and blue, just raise a laugh and soon you'll find you're losing that frown. A smile will spread all over the town. Don't give in, try and grin. Don't be like a passport photograph. Come on and meet Ted Ray, he'll chase your troubles away.
And raise a laugh.
Ted Ray.
Hello, boys and girls, hello. Well, it was a wonderful night for the command performance. I was going in the stage door and I heard two white boys talking. One said to the other, "Are you flogging any tickets for this show, Charlie?" And the other fellow said, "Nah, this show's no good. It's coming off tomorrow." My brother's in the profession, you know. Had to give it up, unfortunately. He was in the repertory company that produced all Edgar Wallace's plays. A fortnight ago, he got a black eye in the fight scene in On the Spot. Yes, very unfortunate. The next week he got knifed in the nightclub scene in The Squeaker. So he packed it up and started working in a laundry. Unlucky chap, though, really. He's just lost 3 fingers in the ringer. Actually, that was the second time that's happened to him. As a baby, he was very shy and used to go around tied to mother's apron strings till one day she sent the apron to the bagwash. I don't think that's so wonderful myself, but you've got to say something. Of course, you know the theatre is in our family's blood. My father was an acrobat, dear old Dad. How he loved to hear the applause. Loved it. My mother came to see me last week. I said, "How's the old man, Ma?" She said, "I'm afraid he's in hospital, Ted, dear." Last week during the storm, he went up on the roof to fix some tiles and a flash of lightning blew him off. Luckily, he fell on a chap with an umbrella up. He was only dazed. I said, "But just now you said he was in hospital." She said, "He is." When he got up, she said there was a loud clap of thunder. You know what your father was? He went back up again and did an encore. Have you seen the new British films? Lovely. At the beginning, instead of a man beating a gong, a bank manager comes out and hits J. Arthur Rank over the back of the neck with a mallet. At the moment, I'm rather busy myself. I'm looking for a new house. You know, the one we're in at present is overrun with mice. Not that I object to a few mice, but when they go up the road and bring their friends to watch the television, that's too much. It's like a meeting of the water rats. Of course, they're not building houses like they used to, you know. A friend of mine bought a brand new house with a built-in garage on the Great North Road. On Guy Fawkes night, he nailed a Catherine wheel to the front door and lit it. He sent me a wire today. Arrived safely. Please flog car. Send cash care of GPO Glasgow. See you later, folks.
Oh, Antonio, he's gone away. Left me alone, all on my own. I want to meet him with his new sweetheart. Then up will go Antonio and his ice cream cart. In quaint native dress, an Italian maid was deep in distress as the streets she strayed, searching in every part for her false sweetheart and his ice cream cart. Her English was bad, it cannot be denied, and so to herself this poor maiden she cried. Oh, Antonio, he's gone away. Gone away and left me all alone without my one and only honey bone. Sitting there at home beside the telephone and fighting for my Tonio. I want to meet him with his new sweetheart. Then up will go Antonio and his ice cream cart. Then up will go Antonio and his ice cream cart.
Thank you, bows and bells. Next week, the boys and girls will sing a little song entitled, It May Be Bread and Butter to You, but It's Only Peanuts to Straighty. Isn't it lovely, these cold winter evenings, to sit in front of the electric fire, doing your crosswords and toasting your toes? Nothing could interfere with that, could it? Couldn't it? All of a sudden, there's a power cut. But as long as you're happily married, well, who cares about chilblains anyway? Kitty, come on, darling. Come and sit by the fire.
Now, just a minute, dear. I'm brushing my hair.
Give it to me, dear. I'll shake it out the window.
Oh. Will you stop it, Ted?
Come on, give us a kiss, dear. Come on.
Ted, will you please stop it, darling?
Why not? I'm happy, dear. I'm pleasant. I'm gay. I'm in a good mood, darling.
Yes, aren't you? My darling, you weren't in a very good mood this morning.
Yes, but I feel much more like I do now than I did this morning. I'm in the mood for almost anything, dear. Almost anything.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, then, Ted, darling, could you sort of let me have an extra £1 for the housekeeping money?
Almost anything, dear. What a pity you picked on the wrong thing.
But, Ted, I'm short of money.
So is the country, dear.
But I only want £1. And you said you were in a good mood.
Well, you can't have both, darling. What do you want, £1 or a good mood?
Well, naturally, I want you to be happy, darling.
That's the girl. I knew you'd forget all about it.
But, Ted, I need the £1.
What for?
Because I spent £1 today and I've got nothing left.
But what did you spend the money on today?
Well, there were 4 pounds of horse meat.
Horse meat? Are you feeding us on horse meat?
Well, no, dear.
Well, why the...
Then I brought a curry comb, a wire brush, and 12 condition powders.
Well, who were they for, Nelson? Let him go to the doctors like everyone else.
No, they're not for Nelson.
He's got a shilling. They're not for Nelson, eh?
No.
Well, don't tell me that Indian prince has moved his racehorses down here.
No. Ted, darling.
Huh?
How would you like a nice little pet?
This is a fine time to get romantic. You sit on the settee and wait until the mood returns.
Oh, no, stupid. I mean a real pet.
Now, listen, you crazy wife. Don't you tell me you bought Betty Grable and locked her in the attic.
No, darling.
Well, what are you talking about? Give me a clue.
Well, I've got a little dog now.
Yeah, we're going to dogs, all right. You've what?
I've got a dog, dear.
Now the dogs are coming to us. Well, where is it?
Well, I put it in the...
Where is it?
Nelson.
Yes, sis?
Bring in the dog, Nelson.
Here it is, Teddy boy. Oh, it's lovely and cuddly. I'm going to take it to bed and sleep with it.
Yeah, wait a minute. What about the smell?
Oh, the dog won't mind. It likes me.
What? That's not a dog. Is that it?
Uh-huh.
It's a ferret with long hair.
That's its breed, dear. It's a Yorkshire Terrier.
Looks more like a hairy rug with legs on.
Oh, look, it likes me. It's licking my fingers.
Why don't you try eating with a knife and fork? 4 pounds of horse meat. That weighs more than a dog.
Well, haven't you ever seen one of these before?
Yeah. A butcher had one tied to a pole. He was cleaning the windows with it.
It's a pedigree, dear. It has a very long line.
A what?
I say it has a very long line.
What of? Lamppost?
Now, Ted, don't make fun of it.
Fancy getting a dog like that. With all that hair in its eyes, it ought to be in Parliament.
Parliament?
Yeah, can't see where it's going.
No.
You speak when you're spoken to.
Oh, isn't it lovely? I think it's trying to talk to me.
Yeah, perhaps it's trying to tell you a shaggy dog story.
Don't you like it, dear?
Like it? I don't even know which end is which. What do? Stick a pin in it to see which end barks?
Oh, there now. You see, you've upset it. Come to Mummy, darling.
Yes, go to Mummy, darling. But don't start kidding yourself you've got a daddy.
No. Don't be spiteful, Ted. You'll find that it grows on you.
If a thing like that grew on me, I'd have an operation. What made you get that?
Well, it was such a bargain, darling.
Looks more like... Wait a minute. Bargain? Mm-hmm. Don't tell me you paid for it.
Well, yes, Ted, dear.
How much?
Well, it's got a pedigree.
How much?
Just look at its tongue.
Just listen to my tongue. How much?
10 guineas, Ted.
10 guineas. 10 guineas for a walking lampshade.
Oh.
Are you mad?
Well, it's very affectionate, Ted.
So are you, but you didn't cost me 10 guineas.
Well, darling, I got it from a lady who was going abroad. Its mother was a champion.
I don't care if she was a beauty queen. 10 guineas is 10 guineas.
Well, Ted will get 10 guineas for each of her puppies.
What?
And there'll be 6 puppies in each litter.
Listen, if that little thing has 6 puppies, it'll have to split the atom. Wait a minute. Did you say 10 guineas a puppy?
Yes, darling.
Uh-huh. 6 puppies in a litter?
Uh-huh.
How many litters?
3 or 4.
3 to 4, yeah. 6, 10 to 60, 3 or 4 litters. 4 60s, 240. 240 guineas?
That's right, darling.
Uh-huh. Nice little dog, isn't it?
Yeah.
Give it to me, dear. I think it needs stroking.
All right. Here you are, dear.
Come to Daddy. You're a nice little doggy, aren't you? And do you have 6 nice little puppies at a time? You do? That's a clever girl.
Well, I'm glad you like it, Ted.
Like it? She's already my best friend, darling. What's her name?
I don't know.
Well, let's look at her collar, if I can find it in the undergrowth. Oh, she grows her own seaweed, doesn't she? Oh, perhaps I better change ends.
Well, have you found it, dear?
No, dear, I just found 3 or 4 mothballs, that's it. Here we are. Oh, Kitty.
What, darling?
Did you say 6 puppies at a time, dear?
Yes, Ted. Won't that be wonderful?
Wonderful? It'll be a miracle. You know why?
No, why?
The dog's name is Oscar.
Oscar?
That's what it says on its collar. I can read. Give him to me.
Oh, but Ted, darling, what are you going to do?
Do? I'm packing him up in a basket and taking him to Sir Lawrence Olivier.
Well, what for?
Because he's the only man I know who collects Oscars.
We bring you melody from out of the sky. my brother and I. Hello, everyone. This is Bob and Alf Pearson. Our melodies this week tell you for the first time the story of two lips. Two lips told me a story. Two lips before me so divine. I kissed a few lips, but none were true lips, until your two lips told me you were mine. I know that new lips could never invite me, could never excite me. Believe me, there's none. Or I heard two lips that whispered love me, those lovely two lips of the one I love. Your two lips are sweet as mint juleps, and they taste like cherry wine. Come on and cuddle up just a little closer, and put your two lips next to mine. Two lips told me a story, two lips before me so divine. I've kissed a few lips, but none were true lips, until your two lips told me you were mine. I know that new lips could never invite me, could never excite me. Believe me, there's no other lips but your lips, darling. Two lips that whispered love me, those lovely two lips of the one I love. Kiss me sweet, kiss me simple, kiss me on my little dimple. Kiss me sweet, kiss me simple, kiss my little cares away. Kiss me night, kiss me morning, kiss me underneath the awning. Kiss me night, kiss me morning, kiss my little cares away. Make me sigh, make me tremble, make me flutter like a dove. Make me sigh, make me tremble, give me lots and lots of love. Kiss me slow, kiss me dreamy, kiss me every time you see me. Kiss me slow, kiss me dreamy, kiss my little cares away. For two lips told me a story, two lips before me so divine. I've kissed a few lips, but none were true lips, until your two lips told me you were mine. I know that new lips could never invite me, could never excite me. Believe me, there's no other lips but your lips, darling. Two lips that whispered love me, those lovely two lips of the one I love. Two lips of the one I
Now we present Ted Ray as George, the man with a conscience. We find George in the office of his boss, Mr. Rivers, editor of the Daily Bugle.
George?
Yes, Mr. Rivers?
Have you ever heard of an octogenarian?
No, sir, I can't even play the piano.
No, you chump. An octogenarian's 80 years old. And this morning we heard of a woman who is double that age.
What is she, a principal boy in Panto?
No. She's 160 today.
She's lucky, isn't she?
Why?
She get a castor oil for nothing.
Now, look here, never mind that. Listen, her name is Miss Eisen Olden, and she lives in a big house called Wormwood Crypt.
Yes, sir. I'll creep in, get the story, and creep out. But tell me, where is it?
Well, it's about 5 miles from the village of Little Patient on the Panel. Now, get busy, George. And don't let me down, lad.
Yes, sir. Here I go. Oh, well, here we are, Conscience. So this is Little Patient on the Panel. Why, the place is deserted.
It looks like a mass meeting of the Liberal Party.
Yes, and yet, when the Americans were here, this place was a hive of industry.
Yes, but 3 dentists walked out last week.
What's that got to do with it?
The Yanks have gone.
Oh, Oh, what a corny conscience you are. Why, the place isn't even civilized.
Apples a pound patch.
A barrel boy. What are you doing in a place like this?
Aye, well, it's like this, mate. I was flogging me Cox's pippins in Oxford Street when a copper comes up and moves me on to Camden Town. And another busy comes up and moves me on to Enfield. Before I know where I am, I'm through Cambridge, past Rugby, and I finish up in an hole like this.
An educated man like you.
Yes. Of course, I didn't always do this, you know.
No?
No. I used to own race horses. Plenty of money in horses.
Oh, yeah.
Then I went into nylons.
Yeah, plenty of money in nylons.
There is.
Yeah.
Then I went in for boxers.
Oh, there's plenty of money in boxers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then I went in for flowers.
Oh, flowers. There's plenty of money in flowers.
Yes, there was.
So you had to come down to pushing a barrow.
Yes, and I'll tell you for why. The horses started walking, the nylons started running, the boxers started dropping, and the flowers started drooping. Apples a pound,
George,
Yes, Conscience?
you're wasting your time. What about Isa Olden? Find out where she lives. Knock at that door.
Thank you, Conscience. You're quite right. I will.
Hello.
Why, it's a little girl. What's your name?
Jennifer.
Oh. That's a nice name. Is your mummy in?
Yes, but you can't see her now.
Why not?
She's sitting on the settee studying geography.
Studying geography.
Yes, she's learning all about Russia.
How?
Well, she's got her arm round the Polish border.
Where? Oh, dear. Ah, this is no good. I'll try in this cafe, the Swinging Sock.
Call this a cafe? It looks like an upholstered sewer.
Quiet, Conscience. Here's the waitress.
Well, what would you like? Try and get it.
Well, that's very friendly. Could you tell me if...
This ain't the Citizens Advice Bureau. Sit down and order.
Yes, I am hungry. I could eat a horse.
Well, you've come to the right place. Now then, make up your mind. I'm run off my feet.
Well, let's see what you've got. I'll have sausages and mash.
Charlie!
Hello, Ingrid.
Sausages and mash.
2 Cocker Spaniels and a Murphy. Coming up.
Oh, no. Oh, no, thanks. No, I've changed my mind.
Well, what do you want? I'm run off my feet.
Let's see. I'll have hash.
Charlie!
Hello.
He's changed his mind. 1 ash.
1 mystery alive. Coming up.
Oh, no. No, thanks. Not that. I've changed my mind again.
Charlie!
Hello.
Cancel the ash.
Well, there's nothing else. All right, I'll have a kipper.
Charlie!
Hello.
1 kipper.
1 pong coming up.
Oh, no, thanks.
I'm sick and tired of you mucking me about. Charlie!
Hello.
This geezer and half mucking me about.
Does he want a pick here?
Hey, do you want a thick here?
No, thanks.
Charlie!
Hello.
Cancel the thick here.
But listen, I'm hungry. Haven't you got anything else? I must have food.
Well, you're too late. You've had your chance. We're closing the cafe.
Closing the cafe? What for?
We're going out to get something to eat.
Oh, dear, I'll never find Wormwood Crypt.
Then come along with me. I'll be going there myself.
Thanks, Gaffer. You're a happy old chap.
Ah, I be. And I do all my own sewing and ploughing.
Well, don't you have any help?
Ah, I used to. I had them there land girls down here.
Was that nice?
Ah, but I didn't know what to do with them in the daytime. Look, there be Wormwood Crepe.
Thanks, Gaffer. Oh, just a minute.
What?
You've forgotten your yo-yo. Well, here we are at last. I'll knock at the door.
Come in. Oh, welcome to the party. Oh, we're going to have such fun.
You are?
Yes, it's after tea. We're going to throw marshmallows at the vicarage windows.
That'll be nice.
Yes. Have you brought Auntie a present?
No, I'm sorry I haven't.
Oh, dear. Oh, Auntie. Auntie hasn't brought a present.
What's the matter with him?
Take no notice of him, mate. He's a bit peculiar. He thinks he's a greyhound.
Good gracious, a greyhound? I bet he gives you a lot of trouble.
Yes, we've lost pounds betting on him. Now, take off your hat and coat and hang it on that elephant's trunk.
Oh, yes, all right. Now, where's the big party?
In here, you soft butt.
Who are you?
Crystal Jolly Bottom.
What are you doing here?
Well, I'm the woman who does for the family, and I'll thank you to stop fiddling with my feather duster.
Oh, I'm sorry. Tell me, is old Miss Olden really 160?
Oh, I don't know. I've only been with her 120 years.
Now, come on, darling, you know. Tell me.
Oh, stop it. Oh, you pushed me down on my hearthstone.
Come on, gorgeous, tell me.
Oh, stop shaking me.
Come on.
Oh, me unmentionables are caught round my scrubbing brush.
Woman, I'll shake it out of you.
Stop kicking me bucket. Oh, you've gone and splashed me quilted knee pads.
I'll keep on till you tell me where Isa Olden is.
Oh, well, all right then. She's in the library with her brother Cromwell.
Will you come in with me?
Not me.
Why not?
Because I'm one of the ruins that Cromwell knocked about of it.
Good heavens, what's this? An old woman bent double and an old man playing leapfrog over her back.
Over!
What's going on?
Over!
Old lady, why don't you get up?
I can't. I've been bent double like this for 40 years.
No wonder. You've got your suspenders fastened to your ankle socks.
Oh, Auntie, this is the man I was telling you about. He's from the Bugle.
Oh, what a nice young man. I wish he was 90 again.
How do you do?
Have you had some of my birthday cake?
No.
Well, young man, would you like to cut yourself a slice of cake?
Who's she? Who's she kidding? She's had it.
Quiet, Conscience.
Well, you're just in time. Come on, we're all going to the swimming pool in the garden.
Righto.
This is the way.
Here she is. Good old Isa. Oh, hip, hip, hooray!
Blimey, look at this lot. Get a load of those bathing costumes. They look like fugitives from Max Sennett.
Well, are we ready?
All ready, Isa?
What are you going to do?
We're all going to push each other into the swimming pool. Ready, Cromwell?
Yes, I'm ready.
Well then, push Blucher in.
Oh!
Good. Now jump in and save him, Cromwell.
Just a minute. What's all this nonsense? I want your story.
Well, you've plenty of time. Now Ironsides push Napoleon in.
All right, Isa.
Good. Now, Blucher, you save him.
I don't get all this. What about your statement?
In a minute, and now it's your turn. You push me in.
Push you in?
Yes.
Oh, all right.
Oh, it's cold.
What do I do now?
Come on, you jump in and save me. It's all for the good of the country.
Why?
Because we've all got to keep on saving.
And that's all for this week, boys and girls. How that old clock does go round. We'll be with you again next week when once more we'll help you
Raise a laugh, raise a laugh. Don't be like a passport photograph.
Gloomy days soon will pass. Come on, folks, raise up your glass
and raise a laugh.
You've been listening to Ted Ray in Raise a Laugh with Kitty Bluett, Bob and Alf Pearson, the Bows and the Bells, Fred Yule, Peter Sellers, Patricia Hayes, and Leslie Perrins. The dance orchestra was conducted by Stanley Black. The program written by Eddie McGuire and Ted Ray. Production by George Innes.